Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Money Talk with Falakemi. Before I go, let me use this opportunity to wish you compliments of the season to you and your entire family. Thank you for being a very good friend of mine on this platform. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for sharing all my videos. They really mean a whole lot to me. Without you, there won't be me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. So this morning, I would like to talk about the thyroid gland. It's going to be very basic. So I'll be talking about the function, disease that can affect the thyroid gland, and food you can eat to make sure that your thyroid gland is functioning properly. And for treatment, I won't mention any particular one. Your doctors or your physicians will have to be the one to determine your line of treatment. So let's go. The thyroid gland is located in your neck, around your larynx, wrap around your trachea. It has two lobes. It has the right and the left lobe, and it secretes T3 and T4 hormones. These T3 and T4 hormones are further stimulated by the anterior pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary gland stimulates something called the TSH. The TSH is the thyroid stimulating hormone, which is further influenced by the hypothalamus, the oga patapata from the brain. Hypothalamus secretes something called the TRI. The TRI stimulates the TSH, which is in the anterior pituitary gland, and the anterior pituitary gland further stimulates your thyroid to produce T3 and T4. In order for this T3 and T4 to function properly, you need a normal amount of iodine in your system. And where do you get the iodine? It's from the food you consume. So the T4, T3 also function properly based on the amount of iodine you have in your system. So it's good to say if you have this iodine in excess, you're going to be suffering from a thyroid gland problem called the hyperthyroidism. And if you don't have enough iodine in your body, the T3 and T4 is not going to function properly. So you suffer from the thyroid problem called hypothyroidism. Now, before we go further, let me mention the functions of the thyroid gland. The thyroid gland helps to maintain metabolism rate in your body. It helps with good contractility of your heart. It makes your heart contract properly, and it also helps with digestion of your food and nutrients. It helps to determine amount of oxygen you consume. Yes, and it determines your respiratory rate. It helps with movement of food in your body, and it also helps with growth and development. So let's now go into the signs and symptoms of either hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. So let me let you know, yes, that the signs and symptoms will determine which one you suffer from, either hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. Remember, the opposite of hyperthyroidism is hypothyroidism. So if you have hyperthyroidism, you're going to experience something called tachycardia. Yes, your heart is going to be breathing so fast. Remember, I said it helps to determine how your heart contracts, right? So if you have so much of T3 and T4 in your system, it means you have so much iodine in your system. You're going to have tachycardia. You're going to be irritable. You're going to have diarrhea. Yes, you're going to be anxious. You're going to have, because you're anxious, your heart is beating so fast, you tend to sweat a lot. So you sweat a lot, and then because you have diarrhea, you are anxious, you're going to experience weight loss, unexplained weight loss. You won't be able to explain it. You tell people, and I eat, I have good appetite. That happens because your metabolic rate is so high. And the opposite of it is hypotension, hypothyroidism rather. Yes, hypothyroidism is the opposite of hyperthyroidism. If you have hypothyroidism, your blood pressure is going to be low because your heart will not be able to contract properly. So you have hypotension, your food in your bowel will not move fast, so you have constipation. Yes, you had weight because your metabolic rate is so slow, so you tend to add weight so much. You have irregular menstruations, and that can lead to fertility problem, because if you don't have a steady menstrual flow, you won't be able to know when you're ovulating and when you're not ovulating. So you are irritable, you are adding weight, you are depressed, because all these things is happening to you. You can't explain why you're adding weight in turn, so you'll be depressed. People that are hyper, they are anxious, and people that are hypo, they have depression, they are adding weight, they are hypotensive. When everybody is complaining of it's hot, you'll be saying you're cold, and that's because you're not sweating so much. Remember, people that have hyper, they sweat a lot, and in your own case, you'll be cold. People that are hyper, they'll be experiencing heat, and people that are hypo will be cold. So what are the food that you can eat to make sure that your thyroid is functioning properly? Number one is, I know in America and in Africa we have iodized salt. So when you're buying your salt, make sure you buy iodized salts that have iodine added to it. Some book of salt also, says seafood are very fortified with iodine. Then yogurt, cheese, pineapple, and strawberries are very good, and they have enough iodine in your body. So what are the factors that can affect your thyroid to be malfunctioning, either in excess or hypo? We have infection, thyroiditis. We have autoimmune problem. When it's causing hyperthyroidism, it's called the Graves' disease, and when it's causing hypothyroidism, it's called the Hashimoto disease. Autoimmune disease simply means your immune system is fighting itself, is seeing itself as the enemy, and is attacking it and fighting it. So when that happens in excess, it's called the Graves' disease. When it's not enough, it's called Hashimoto disease. Also, some book of thought also says some women after giving birth always have thyroid problem. So is either in excess or is not producing very well. So it's good to say pregnancy also causes it. So what are the treatments that I've seen as a registered nurse? Medication. Before medication, your doctor will do a test for you to check your TSH level and your T4 and T3 and T4 hormone level. Once the ranges are so much or they are not enough, that will be used to determine if you're suffering from either hyper or hypo. So they'll give you medication, and if medication is not working, I know the end of it is they will do surgery. Yes, you can survive without your thyroid gland. It just simply means you'll be on a medication for the rest of your life. So if you have any question, I will stop here. If you have any questions about the thyroid gland, or if you are experiencing any of the symptoms that I mentioned earlier on, please endeavor to see your doctor, explain to them what you're going through, and then they'll be able to determine your next line of action. Thank you for joining me here today. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to comment on my posts, reshare this video, because you may have the knowledge about it, but I promise you a whole lot of people don't know, and they are suffering from it. A lot of people don't know simply because they have no idea what is going on. So don't forget to repost my video, comment on them, and remember to follow me on all my social media platforms. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. Thank you for joining today, and have a good day. Bye.